There's also home entertainment. Home entertainment is not dead. I know it's gone down a lot since we were kids, but home entertainment, DVD, Blu-ray, all of that is still alive in a lot of parts of America. And so entertainment is a distribution model that involves releasing a film on physical media formats, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever else people are using, for customers to purchase or rent. So you could do both. Both of those fits in this distribution model. And it allows viewers to enjoy the film in the comfort of their own homes and typically follows the theatrical release window. So boom, boom, one after the other. And home entertainment releases may include bonus features and extra things that you didn't see in the theater, which is this sort of special sauce as to why someone would want to do that. Um, the revenue models for home entertainment include revenue sharing. So filmmakers and studios receive a percentage of revenue generated from DVD, Blu-ray sales, or rentals. And then this percentage can vary, but it's typically lower, obviously, than theatrical revenue sharing. It also includes advance payment. Similar to theatrical distribution, some deals may include advance payment against future earnings. Okay. And then the last sort of tier in the more traditional model is going to be broadcast and cable TV. And broadcast distribution involves licensing a film to television networks or cable channels for broadcast to a wide audience. It's one of the most, I think, eyeball-driven things you can do. And films can be scheduled for airings on specific channels or according to programming schedules. Broadcast provides viewers with access to films on television without the need for additional purchase or subscription. So for the audience members, they get it without having to pay for anything extra. That's why it goes to such a wide audience, because so many people are or were customers of broadcast and cable TV. And the way you get paid through this is usually a licensing fee. So the filmmaker or studio or production company, whoever owns the IP now, they receive one-time payment or licensing fee for granting broadcast rights to the cable TV networks. And this fee can vary based on a lot of factors, such as duration, how long is it going to be on there, which territories are covered, meaning where is it playing in the world, how many places it's playing in the world through that particular distribution company, and the popularity of the content. And then syndication, which is more rare these days, but in some cases, content can be syndicated to multiple networks or territories with separate licensing agreements and payments for each territory or network. That's when the money starts rolling in. So now we have our digital distribution models. So I'm going to use a lot of acronyms, but I'm going to describe what they mean. When you're talking to different people in industry, producers, distributors, they're going to be throwing around these words, so you need to know them. First up, we have subscription video on demand, or also known as SVOD. People say SVOD all the time. So SVOD distribution involves licensing a film to a subscription-based streaming platforms such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, all of that. One of the most popular ways to view content these days is subscribers pay a monthly fee or unlimited access to a library of films and television shows available to stream on demand whenever you want. So SVOD platforms offer convenience and flexibility to viewers to watch the content anytime they want, anywhere they want, on multiple devices. And usually the payment models are two things. A licensing fee, so the filmmaker or studio, whoever owns the IP, receives a licensing fee for granting access to the content on SVOD platforms like Netflix, Amazon. And this fee may be based on factors such as the popularity of the content and how exclusive the rights are going to be, and the duration of the license. And these fees have been decreasing over time, but that's usually what it's based on. And then potentially revenue sharing. Not a lot of the popular platforms do that, but some of them do. So some SVOD platforms also offer revenue sharing based on viewership metrics or subscriber engagement. The thing is, you would have to have access to information like that. So the distributor like the company, the streamer, would have to release that information to filmmakers. So when I made that previous video about the Transparency Project was about pressuring distributors to release that information that would then empower filmmakers to know how well their project is doing so they can demand compensation that's commensurate with like how well that project is doing. But because so much of that information is kept secret, filmmakers don't really know. So then when it comes to something like revenue sharing based off of those metrics or getting a licensing fee based off of those metrics, filmmakers don't have that information. Next, you have transactional video on demand, TVOD. And TVOD distribution allows viewers to rent or purchase individual titles for on-demand streaming through digital storefronts. So platforms like iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Video, viewers will pay a one-time fee to access the film. You could do like a limited rental period, or sometimes you can purchase it for permanent ownership. I do that all the time with films that I love, that I know I'm going to want to watch over and over again. So that's transactional video on demand. And TVOD platforms offer a pay-per-view model that allows viewers to watch the content without a subscription. So an example of that would be Redbox. Redbox would actually be considered a hybrid of both TVOD, transactional video on demand, and home entertainment distribution models. So those together. And Redbox's physical kiosks, we see them outside of the dollar store or wherever, they provide a form of home entertainment, and customers can rent titles for on-demand streaming as well on redbox.com. So it's both. Then you have EST, which is electronic sell-through, and EST distribution allows viewers to purchase digital copies of films for permanent ownership through digital storefronts. So like what we were talking about before with iTunes, Google Play, companies like that. You buy it, you own it, and it's through a digital storefront, but you own it forever. So companies like this are going to be your iTunes, your Google Play, Vudu, Amazon Video allows you to do that as well. And Distrify is a company that does that for independent filmmakers. So similar to TVOD, filmmakers and studios typically receive a percentage of revenue gathered from each digital purchase. So you sell it for this amount and then you get this amount back. And then you have electronic rental, e-rental. So e-rental distribution allows viewers to rent digital copies of the film for that temporary access through a digital storefront. And then viewers pay a rental fee to stream the film for a limited time, usually 24 to 48 hours. So almost kind of like when you go to the library and get a fee before it expires. eRental offers the convenient, cost-effective option for viewers who prefer temporary access to films without purchasing them outright. So the distribution model or the payment model for these are revenue sharing, where filmmakers and studios typically receive a percentage of revenue generated from each transaction or rental. This can vary, but it's common for TVOD platforms like iTunes, Google Play, and TV to offer a 70-30 revenue split, with 70% going to the content owner, which is not bad. And then, of course, there's also the flat fee. In some cases, TVOD platforms may offer a flat fee for content licensing instead of revenue sharing. So similar to TVOD, filmmakers and studios typically receive a percentage of revenue generated from digital rental transactions on platforms like iTunes, Google Play, and TV.